Please welcome Alan Peterson. I'm Suzanne Suchi for AutoNet TV's Simply Automotive.
Hey, Suzanne, what have you got for us today?
Well, braking. We often talk about various aspects of braking, but I want to discuss more of an overview.
Can do. Of course, braking is slowing or stopping a vehicle. And as you can imagine, brakes are engineered to work well on a particular vehicle application. For example, you'd expect more powerful brakes on a heavy-duty pickup that routinely hauls big loads and pulls trailers than you would on a small compact car. Sure. And of course, a Corvette that can go over 180 miles per hour would have much different braking needs than the family minivan.
I would hope so. So different design, different materials, different heat resistance, etc.?
That's right, Suzanne. But the mechanical aspects of brakes themselves are just one part. There's also the power brake pump and brake fluid, and then there are the tires.
The tires. I wouldn't have thought of that in the braking equation.
Well, it's a critical part of that because it determines the effectiveness of the brakes. So let's step back for a second here. A car or truck rolls brand new off the showroom floor. It has brand new brakes with brand new brake pads. The brake lines and pump are filled with fresh fluid and are completely clean inside. And the tires are brand new with full tread. Naturally, braking power is at its peak performance.
So what happens as we start to get some miles on the odometer?
Well, let's start with the brakes. We tend to focus on the brake pads. Now, in the business, the pads and shoes on drum brakes are called the friction material. That's because they provide the friction used to stop the vehicle. The pads are designed to be effective throughout their useful life.
So it's not until they're worn so thin as to be out of spec that they lose stopping effectiveness?
Exactly. Now, the mechanical parts of the brakes have pistons and springs that get quite a workout while braking. And over many miles, these wear and get gummed up. They start to lose effectiveness gradually.
Can these parts actually fail?
Sure they can. That's why a regular brake inspection is so important. We can test the operation of the brakes and see if any parts need cleaning or replacing. And that leads us to brake fluid service.
Well, I actually know a little something about that. Some of the critical additives that lubricate and clean the fluid system are depleted. That and moisture building up in the system deteriorate the performance of the brake fluid.
Somebody's been doing their homework.
Yes, I have.
Very good.
Thank you.
So the brake service cleans out those deposits, the water and the dirt, and then we fill her up with fresh fluid.
All right, so that leaves the tires.
Yeah, the tires. And the tires are what connect the vehicle to the road. The stopping force is ultimately dependent on the traction provided by the tires. The better they grip the road, the quicker you'll stop. And this is especially important on wet roads. Studies have shown that stopping distance increases significantly as tires wear down.
So you can have brakes that are operating at peak efficiency and yet still be in danger because your tires are worn out?
Precisely. Consumer Reports and others have been promoting a standard for tread depth. They say 4/32 of an inch of tread is the lowest it should be before you buy new tires. Stick a quarter upside down into the tread, and the tread should cover George Washington's hairline. Below that, you should replace your tires.
Well, Alan, actually, I'm Canadian. George Washington's not on our quarters.
Oh, sorry, Suzanne. Oh, should I say, sorry. With the Canadian quarter, the tread should cover the numbers in the year stamp. That's 3.2 millimeters, eh?
Well, impressive metric conversion, Alan. For more information on brake mechanicals, brake fluid service, and tire replacement, visit AutoNetTV.com.
Should we head over for donuts and wings at Tim Hortons?